Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing some late spring scouting, and I've got Mr. Cedar Ridge Chronicles, Daniel Williams there. So we're going in doing, we were just talking about, we just fell off this big hill down to the bottom and seeing some rubs, and we're seeing a perfect rub showing two ways of travel. He actually wore it out on this side, so a pretty good rub. And there's a couple of scrapes around. We passed a scrape up there, and there's a scrape right there. So one of the things we was talking about is how this past season, you know, we had a drought kind of right before season started for like 3 or 4 weeks, and everything on the tops dried up. And then when the acorn's supposed to drop, no acorns. So the deer made a level change to find food, and the does kind of concentrated on laurel bushes. And then when the rut come on, what rut we had that was visible, the bucks just went to them laurel thickets and, you know, found the does. And most of that activity was probably at night. And then the bucks started going toward like cedar thickets. They were eating more on the cedar browse because they didn't really want to compete with the does as far as food. But anyway, we went to an area that's kind of different, and we're just looking, finding them different places where if you have that situation happen again, being able to adjust, because part of being a good hunter or a decent hunter is being able to adjust to the situation or the surroundings or some kind of change, you know, or if they come in and cut while you wasn't expecting it, or something's happened, a crazy fire, or, you know, anything to make you, that upsets your normal hunting routine. Don't get too panicky and just adjust. Spend a day or two, you know, adjusting, finding, you know, different, you know, fresher signs, fresher tracks. And there's some more rubs right here. So and most of the time you can start out like we always talk about, is in the bottom, in a drainage, just walking these drainages.
Right there's a rub too, right up yonder.
Yeah, you'll find in historical rubs, then you're looking, you know, for older tracks and fresher tracks. So we're gonna get into that. We're gonna look at some thermal hub stuff too while we're down here, and just, you know, just spend the day. And I ain't never, now say if I walked around trying to be all sexy like this cat, I would come back with poison oak, skeeter bites, chiggers, daggum. I'd have to call 911 at the
outside,
truck.
but it's so tough on the inside, it just don't penetrate this armor.
Yeah, well, this old guy is a big old sissy, because I get eat up. You'll see me with this same shirt on. I spray a sucker. I soaked her down last night, Prometheum. Everything I got on soaked down, and I wear gloves, so because poison oak will wear me out, and I don't want no chigger or anything like that. But this cat, he's tough. Body of steel.
I'll be eating up tomorrow, you want.
And y'all check his channel out and subscribe. Mr. Cedar Ridge.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. I like that stick.
How about that? Jeremy made that for me.
That's awesome.
My hunting partner, Jeremy. Pretty, ain't it?
Yeah, that's nice. So, first thing I'd do is I'd lose that. Probably it's me. I don't even know where my stuff is right now. So I just,
that's why you brought me.
Yeah, that's why I brought Daniel to keep up with my stuff. Got to have a younger guy with a real sharp mind. Where's my backpack?
I ain't that young.
So, hey, what are you, 32?
Yeah, but yeah. Right. Exactly.
Yeah, he's just a little younger than me. I'm 39 and a half.
That's right.
For the last 20 years. All right, there's a cool little feature right there. Is that there's a draw right there. I don't know if y'all can see it. Just you know, a lot of bucks and even deer would just use that when using the thermals to go through that thick stuff, and they stay hidden. I mean, it's.
Yeah, and that sign's right here below it. You notice we didn't see nothing until you got right to this spot, so they're liable to be, you know, heading right up over that top right there, right here too.
Always think about that when you're walking ridges. Any of them little draws or little dips, you know, little drainages, check them out, because bucks love using them things.
And those little ones won't show up on a topography map either.
No.
Something like that right there, you'd never know was in the world unless you was standing here looking at it.
That's exactly right. So pay attention. I mean, any of these details that's, you know, to be, especially for the bigger bucks, you know, because everybody's looking for, you know, everybody that comes out here looking for all the things that stick out. So I'm trying to find, and Daniel too, and the hunters that got a little bit more experience are finding the things that don't stick out, you know, secluded spots within a spot, or a spot within a spot within a spot, you know, breaking it down more to that. So I think you've heard if y'all have listened to old Haynes Riddle, he had a perfect scenario as, you know, as making the big woods look small, is you know, finding them smaller spots.
That's the best saying I've ever heard.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best thing as far as big woods hunting, is make them big woods small. So don't get overwhelmed, and you know, so little bitty pieces of the puzzle means a lot, because it don't take a whole lot of space for a big buck, you know, to get mature and survive. He just finds the right place. So, but we're gonna walk on down here and see what we can find and keep y'all updated. So, all right, y'all. Me and Daniel's come around this point above extreme elevation. Let me say habitat or change, but we can't talk about, you know, and get too much. But anyway, we've come up on a little bed right here. You can see some older droppings in there. So looks like a doe. But like we say, that right there is extreme drop off, you know, pinch point. And this flat spot on this old logging road is a good place for them to bed to catch, you know, rising thermals and the wind coming over this point. And that's a nasty mess, you know, scruff pines. And like they've come in here and thinned this a while back, and it looks like they might come in here and do some cutting. They got some stuff marked, but there's a few red oaks and white oaks around that would be, I mean, these kind of places would just, you know, you could get here, it'd be tough. You wouldn't get up a few times hunting this, because this will be one of the prime places due to all them pines. If them red oaks right there was dropping and them white oaks, you know, you could get a couple of days if you could get to it and possibly kill something big, because it's a secluded area. You know, most people ain't going to know that these oaks are here in this 500-acre spot where there's a lot of dang pines and stuff, and real rough, extreme, you know, habitat. So it's just another, yeah. And there's another point where they, you know, when you pay attention to stuff where they bed at, you'll see where they eat these greenbrier, keep them clipped down, and that's some stuff there. They've got that browsed off dang nearly to the ground. Yep. So, but pay attention to all that stuff. It helps your woodsmanship and trains your eye to see the smaller little details, because everybody can see the big details, the monster rubs and huge community scrapes, but finding the smaller details, because when the deer get a lot of pressure on them, some of that big sign, you know, is nighttime. You know, not all of it, but a pretty good bit of it. So finding the small details that people will overlook to help you get yourself in position, you know, to make a shot, or get a shot at a big buck, or, you know, what your target buck. So finding that stuff, especially in these big woods, it helps a lot. So we're going to ease on around and try to find. Daniel's really wanting to find the sheds. He ain't even breaking a sweat. You breaking?
No, man, I'm good.
Now, what's that fancy knife with that knuckle on that handle? Look at that. Good, that's great.
That's a birthday present for my buddy.
Well,
that's a Christmas present.
That's nice.
That's what I skinned my hog with.
Wow. Yeah, that's nice. Make me a little nervous now that you're toting that thing on me out here.
Yeah, don't turn your back.
Oh,
I'll be quartering you up out of here.
You got to quarter me up. So you're going to have a hard packing job.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Yeah, he look like he's ready to go to town. He can put on some Crocs, he'd be ready.
That's right. I'll be ready to go.
Oh, wait. I don't like that hat you got on. Yeah, I guess I do, maybe.
It's kind of goofy, ain't it?
What's that, native scent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A goofy looking hat.
That's an old real tree, ain't it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait. We're having fun, y'all. We're going to walk on. You got to have fun, because crap, it's just got a nice cool breeze right now. So, but
you can't deer hunt. You got to at least act like it.
Yeah, we're acting like it. That's old folks. You know, we're getting heading toward the crazy side. Just a few years shy of what they call dementia and what's Parkinson and stuff like that. So hey,
we're doing it because we don't know no better.
That's right. We'll see ya. All right, y'all. Me and Daniel's we're sitting here scheming, talking. We're in a pine thicket point, like above a crazy drop off. But it's cool that we're finding some few scattered white oaks, you know, and these kind of places to me is like a bow hunter's dream for a buck, you know, is secluded white oaks in a pine thicket, you know. And the worst case about where these white oaks are is there's a bed right here, got there's droppings in it. Yeah, acorns are falling in the bed, and over here you can see a bunch of older droppings. So a couple beds on this point, extreme timber change, so an extreme terrain change. So it's, I mean, kind of funnels them, and they just love bedding in places like this where you ain't gonna get to them without they gonna know you're here before you even get out of the truck probably. So, but it's just a cool place, and love finding little pockets, secluded, small places. It's got, you know, individual white oaks or a couple white oaks, a few red oaks, you know, just something. If they're gonna look for something to eat, they're gonna go buy it. So we can sit here and see 6 white oaks maybe. So one, two.
At least 6.
Anyway.
Plenty of mountain oaks if they ever decide to eat them.
Yeah.
Right there behind you is all mountain oaks.
They I've seen them eat them things like when they sprout. When they sprout, and it's usually late season, but they will eat them, especially a buck. So that's some big old acorns. But anyway, we're finding some cool stuff. There was a couple rubs here, and this, like you see right there, just dropping. And right here, he just got up and rubbed that tree a little bit. And down there past my backpack, there's the rubs. So it's I mean, bucky area. It's a bucky area. So
I like it.
yeah, we like it. But I guess we'll have to. We done had a lot of discussion with Haynes, and then I guess we're all going to have to set up a ring one day and just fight for it, and then pick out spots. So anyway, we're gonna keep on. We got an idea. He's over there been map scouting. He said we're gonna draw this line and do a short distance line between hubs and between like saddles and stuff, and just see, you know, if there's a certain little train or a certain you know, like if you're looking at your topo, them little fat lines and stuff like that, people have got some people got these strategies about certain actual elevations that they're going to prefer. If there's like a little fat line or, you know, bigger line, the other one's like a shelf or old logging road, and just use it as a quick way to check, you know, saddles and thermal hubs. So we're going, as soon as we go around this point and I pick up this big old shed, we're gonna test the theory out and just see. But I'll show you that shed here in a minute. All right, y'all. We done found the gold mine.
This is it.
I don't know if y'all can see that string of rubs across there.
There, one there.
It's almost like a timeline.
Yep,
It's like
that's it. Big one right here.
I mean, goodness gracious, there's a whopper one down there.
Yeah, big one on there.
But this is a bedding point. There's a bedding point down that way where we just talked about some doe beds, and we found, walking this way, we found several more beds and several more piles of droppings and all these crazy rubs. But it's just a little spot. If you don't, I mean, if you didn't make an elevation adjustment, you wouldn't ever seen it. So, and most people walk by it. You know, if we'd been 30 yards over that way, we would never seen it. So, and it's just, especially with it green right now. So hopefully, I mean, these are the places you dream about finding, because that gives you a key in place. I mean, a highlight, you know, bullet point, whatever you want to say. I mean, this place is, because it's so, I mean, there's so much history with all the different rubs, older rubs, and bunches of them, and just the way the edge is, and the way there's multiple other terrain features that we can't really discuss too much because we'll walk onto somebody's stand next year. But you know, but anyway, and right now Daniel's, look at, he's over there, he's foaming at the mouth because look,
I'm plotting points right now.
He wouldn't let me carry my phone out here, so
Yeah,
I'm not getting
off that cliff.
Yeah, I ain't get to plot anything. So all I'm doing is getting some GoPro, and as far as I know, he done took my card out here. I ain't even recording nothing. But anyway, we're gonna keep on looking. But this day, like today, like this, you know, when you find something like this day, if you went 20 times and scouted and just found this one place, that's a good dang season.
Yep.
So anyway, we're too happy, so we're gonna drink a little water and keep on walking. And like I say, this is June, so I mean, for Alabama, it's pushing being hot. So, but we're still finding stuff to that makes you happy to get ready for deer season, because hey, the deer shows and the expos are starting this month, wide open all the way to deer season. So, it's I mean, it's on here fast, especially with us older folks. I mean, we can't change our underwear this fast. But,
yeah.
So. Anyway,
we gotta start climbing a tree now to be in it by deer season.
Yeah, we got to start climbing now to be in it by deer season. Oh man, that hurt, Daniel. That really hurt. All right, we're gonna keep on. Monster. Hey, we done found a monster one. Look at that wolf spider. Boy, she got some babies on her. Her back is covered up with babies. You like spiders?
Love them.
You want to pick that
They're
up and show me?
delicious.
Pick that up and show me barehanded.
Man, that thing bite the end of my finger roll. Thing's bigger around in my hand.
Yeah, that's a whopper.
Look at all them babies.
Yeah, there's babies all over it, man. That's the cool thing about scouting is finding stuff like that you know, most people won't never even think about seeing. So we've come down to a little junction thermal area, bunch of different points coming together. We kind of worried about it not being no good but deer got to cross through here some way or another because of the way the terrain is. And we got a doe track right there. So.
Small rub right here.
And a piece of a dropping. We ain't too sure what that was. It might be pig, but smaller rub right there. But it's one of them. Well, you know, with some of that stuff, you know, the action is not going to be, you know, during the rut or pre-rut when bucks start cruising more, it's finding that stuff. So, you know, fresher tracks now, doe tracks and stuff might not mean as much as far as your hunting strategy. It just gives you a general idea. So, because it gets heated up just like all them rubs we've seen in that bedding point. So, you just don't, unless you're right there at the right time, some of that stuff you just disappears. So, especially tracks and droppings. So. That's why them big old huge bucks are so elusive, because their travel, the time that they travel daylight and the time they travel period where they do a bunch of travel is just so limited. So just a few weeks. So you just got to find that and keep that in your mind and put that into your strategy. You've only got a limited amount of time to catch them, you know, actually travel around daylight to kill them, if you can do it. Some of them ain't gonna do it in daylight period unless they get jumped. But there's some big old white oaks in here too. But it's a cool, I mean, it's growing up thick, greenery, a lot of wind damage, so it creates, you know, habitat and bedding and stuff. So we're almost wrapping this up. We're gonna keep looking until we're on our way back to the truck. So it ain't about 75 all temperature is. You ain't even sweating, are you? Huh?
It's cool. The breeze is cool out here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been enough breeze in this.
It feels good to be June.
Yeah. Yep, we're gonna keep on looking. Hey everybody, we sure appreciate y'all watching our videos, and if you don't care, like, subscribe if you haven't, and share, tell your friends. And if you hadn't had a chance to pick up one of my books, please pick one up on Amazon. If you want one signed or personalized, anything like that, hey, I'll do it. So we just really appreciate y'all's support. So thank y'all for stopping by, and we'll see y'all in the next video.